crumbly peaks. Wind, mighty wind. Below 40 every night. Not a cloud in the sky during the day for the entire 7 days. More wildlife than all previous trips combined. Meadows everywhere. On the road to Grandview by 9:30 a.m., starting our trip off with some sightseeing and acclimatization per usual, drove the beautiful Sonora Pass down south of Bishop to catch the road to ancient bristlecone pines in the White Mountains. We had a nice private site, had our campsite and spaghetti dinner. Yum. Then we drove and headed up the 10,000-foot ancient bristlecone pine visitor center for a nice 4-mile shakedown hike. Sometime later, we headed down to the Portal Motel in Lone Pine to do the final touch-ups for the morning start. Day 1, bagel and lox for breakfast and on our way, with the sun blazing on the Mount Whitney complex. A detour took us through the Boulder Hills. We were on the Cottonwood Lakes trailhead at 10:30 a.m. Here we are, going on the trail.
All right, Cottonwood Lakes Basin, Mount Langley, here we come. Woo.
Our hike today was one of the least grade hikes into this year as we've done. Different. We followed the lush green meadow, as well as lunched in it.
Lunchtime. Come on over. South Fork Lake, night 1.
Not a single bite from a fish. We were at 11,000 feet. Are there fish here? The outlet side of the lake is huge grassland that flutters in the strong and steady winds.
Night number 1. It's 95 degrees down there.
The elevated rises are boulders, talus, and rubble, old mountains.
Doing our little cross country from South Fork to get on the trail to New Army Pass. Very beautiful meadow. We came around through High Lake, 11,500 feet. And somewhere over here in this basin, we're going over it. Whoa, check it out.
We started our day with a cross-country route to the New Army Pass Trail. Old Army Pass, directly out of Cottonwood Lakes Basin, is no longer maintained, as it's often covered in snow late in the season and is covered by sliding talus. The pass and all the surrounding higher points were a moon landscape. Rubble, light brown rubble everywhere. We could see Mount Langley and Army Pass Point. Super windy.
We're at the foot of Langley and now heading down into Soldier Lake Basin or whatever. But if you look out west, due west, this is where we were 2 years ago in Mineral King. And 2 years ago we were looking over here. So this is why we're here. We just came down to go to Soldier Lake blue sky. And Mount Langley is over there.
On her pursuit to get pictures of flowers.
On our way down, longhorn sheep, 3 of them grazing in the upper meadow. We were able to observe for 15 minutes at least. And then traversed along the meadow up the canyon towards Upper Soldier. We camped at Soldier in a broad, sandy, flat area with a lake and granite slopes in our views.
Alpine glow time and miso soup time. Warm in our bones. The sun has set quite, 10, 15, 20 minutes ago. And the hills are still bright alpine blue. Captain's log, Sunday morning, 7 a.m., waiting for the sun to come on over. We are at Soldier Lake, about, a little over 11,000 feet. It's very still. The predicted wind is not here yet. And if you notice the lake, it's very still. Very still. There is not a single fish in that lake.
Marmots, pikas, chipmunks, squirrels, Clark nutcracker, golden trout, dragonflies, deer, hummingbirds, and more. Daypack hike today, and we're prepared for the cold wind this time.
Down there is Soldier Lake. I guess we're staying at Upper Soldier or something like that.
Our goal, Sky Blue Lake. Cross country to a beautiful perennial pond nestled in a boulder mount on the eastern side of the Mid-Mitre Basin. We found the high Sierra peaks we love. Beautiful white granite jagged peaks. Mount Pickering soars above us directly to our west. Mount Mitre and others to the north and east. We stroll just slightly up a meandering meadow and stream with golden trout, scampering marmots popping in and out. A large 2T cascading creek falls out of Sky Blue Lake above.
Water feature here. As I swing around, there's going to be this big, not really a dome, but that's called Mount Pickering. That's the name. Beautiful.
Sky Blue Lake is named well, a classic 11,000-foot lake, patches of green along the shores, no trees and granite peaks. We made our way back to camp. Tortillas, salsa, refried beans, and chicken fajita filling.
Little salsa with our Mexican tonight. Dinner time. Hooray.
Day 4. Kind of a classic layover day. Eggs, bacon, and English muffin.
Here we go. We're getting our swim. Chilly but refreshing.
Brief, chilly swim in the lake, wash clothes, packed up lunch, and headed down a vague trail to Lower Soldier.
That little green area. You run up that to the cute little pond that we were at yesterday. Don't know that peak there, and then right down there is Soldier or Lower Soldier, hopefully fish. Soldier, Lower Soldier, here we are.
Lower Soldier had beautiful grasslands all around it with a huge sweeping meadow at its discharge.
One of the themes this trip is meadows.
500 feet down into another large meadow to arrive at what we're calling Rock Creek Lake.
Another meadow. We're calling that Rock Creek Lake, looking for fish.
This gets runoff from Mitre Basin. A grassland surrounds this lake too. Immediate fishing results. Took the fish back up to camp. Popcorn for appetizer tonight. Golden trout laksa with seaweed for dinner. A meal of the finest. Day 5. Layover complete. Back on the trails again. Up, up, up Soldier Pass.
Up we go, leaving Upper Soldier, straight up. We'll see what comes of us today. I'm heading down to Soldier, or Upper Soldier, or whatever. And if you look up there, in the distance to the right is Sawtooth. Yahoo!
On the top, oh man, freezing huge wind, as fast as we could nearly run down the 500 feet to Old Army Pass. Old Army Pass is a very steep grade and rugged along the top crossing. Not maintained anymore, so lots of boulders make it a doable challenge.
Here we are in Cottonwood Base. Army Pass, Cottonwood 4.
In the end, we decided to hike cross-country to Muir Lake from Lake 5. Another lovely cross-country trip, and arrived at a beautiful open campsite right on Muir Lake. Eating at dusk, we enjoyed 5 owls and many bats swooping down around.
Good morning. A beautiful lake. Muir Lake.
Leisurely morning today. Our goal? See Cottonwood Lakes 1 through 3 to complete the set. We cross-countryed from Muir to Cottonwood Lake 3.
4, 5, and 6 are up there.
We loaded our super duper and had 2 fish within 30 minutes. We bagged them and headed out to Lakes 1 and 2, lunching at Lake 2. Cottonwood Basin is a very beautiful place to visit, especially because it's an easy in and out.
Leaving Cottonwood number 3. Successful day. Our hour. A golden and a rainbow. Number 2. Beautiful as well. Bye-bye, Basin. You're beautiful. See you later, Cotton.
Because of our long drive home tomorrow, we did decide to head out most of the way today and stay over near a creek that crosses the trail about 1.5 miles from the trailhead.
Full loop. Right back around.
We found a campsite on top of a hill near the creek. Day 7. On our way out this morning, we made a stop at the creek to wash our faces and have a final enjoy of the Sierra clear babbling brook.
We did it!
All right. It was a great trip. Yep, absolutely. We'll see you next year.